Welcome back everyone, it's me, Fluttershy BG, again with another video. And let me tell you something. I know it has been a long time, but we're still playing Community Edition. Okay. So it has been a long time. Sorry about the replay mode. I'm still having issues with recording, having the raw footage. But anyways, we're playing Gwen. Gwen is a hero I haven't covered in the channel before, but let me tell you something. Gwen is probably one of my favorite heroes for Community Edition, and that's because of her kit. Her kit is so good on Community Edition, especially when people like to jump on you a lot. If you're the one carrying the game, you want to have that opportunity to get rid of all those stunts and get enemies away from you. And as you all know already, Community Edition is where you don't get help from your teammates, so you have to do everything yourself. So I'm playing Gwen and I'm doing my always ready build. Now, what is this build and how does it work? Well, it's very simple, straightforward. Instead of getting a sword blade, you get a spell sword. So you sacrifice some raw damage for cooldown. And this is where the name comes from, always ready. So what do you do with this build? What is so good about it? Well, as you guys know, raw damage really doesn't do a lot in Vainglory. The thing that makes people die in Vainglory right now is the sword blade and the breaking point. Those two items are insane. So we could sacrifice some damage by getting a spell sword, and we still do a lot of damage because we will have a sword blade. So if you don't know how to play Gwen, or if you don't understand how she works, she's a hero that deals a lot of damage if she has a lot of base weapon power damage, but she also needs to be extremely fast. So you have two dilemmas right here. Gwen has her perk is when you don't do anything for a few seconds, she gets movement speed, and then she gets this burst of damage. Oh my god, please don't kill me, thank you, get away from me. This Takas on Community Edition are really annoying. So the dilemma is that Gwen does a lot of damage, burst damage, she has base damage, and she can also do a lot of damage if she has a lot of attack speed items. So you want to keep the balance between them. And honestly, the best way to play Gwen is just take advantage of her bursty abilities and just have a lot of attack speed items to keep up that damage. So in my opinion, Gwen is probably one of the best, or if not the best carry in the entire game. She's a hero that is always ready. Here we go again. And what I mean by saying always ready is that unlike all the carries in the game, like Ringo, Kane, Sa, and everyone else that have guns, they need to have certain setups to have the full DPS. For example, Ringo needs to have his B active, Kane needs to hit his A to do consistent damage because just doing basic attacks is not enough. Sa needs his 12 stacks to have his full DPS. Gwen is the hero that always has his full DPS potential all the time, so she can switch targets. She doesn't have to rely on. She doesn't get punished for switching targets. That's very important in Community Edition. So we're gonna take advantage of that too with this build. Now, what do you get from having a lot of cooldown? Well, that means Gwen is an energy hungry character, and all her abilities are insane. So when you have a spell sword, you want to take advantage of being able to spam your abilities as much as you can. So here we go. The first thing, Gwen's A. Gwen's A is stupidly good. It's one of the best abilities in the game too. It slows enemies. It rebuilds them when they're in a bush. So Gwen is a hero that can just go straight forward into a bush and just use her A, and it will. And she doesn't even have to aim. That's very important too. She doesn't have to select the target, so she can just spam it. If it either hits an enemy or not, you will not get punished. You don't have to see enemies. And that's really good against certain enemies that like to hide in bushes, like Cruel or Taka. specifically Taka when he's like using his Kaku and you can just spam your A and then you can see him again. It's insane. Not only that, but we will talk about the A again when we get to the items. Now he's her B. Her B is one of the best abilities too. Oh my god, this Taka. You're dead. Please don't use your A. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Never mind. Thank you, Cruel. Come on, kill her, kill her, kill her. You got this. Come on, we got this. Oh, let's go, yes. Alright, time to talk about her B. Her B is just insane. Her B is probably one of the best abilities in the game. When you're trying to playing against Gwen on high tier, it's really annoying. She's a hero that you need to do setups to kill her. And if you do a really good setup against Gwen, she will just use her B and get out of it. Let's say you stun Gwen with Lorelei, she will just use her B and completely avoid anything. So she's really good against enemies that like to chain stuns. And in Community Edition, that's huge. Let's say you're playing against Sampeng and your teammates are really stupid and they just like to empower him during his A. And because you're carrying, Sampeng will stun you. Well, if he tries to stun you or if he hits you, you can just use your B and get out of it. So her B is really strong against stuns. But when you're playing against Taka, your B will not do anything against Taka. And we will talk about that later. And we're playing against Taka, so I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do against this guy. Because he already tried to kill me a couple times. But eventually there's going to be a part of the game that he's going to kill me. I'm pretty sure he's going to kill me very easily because I'm Gwen. And I'm fighting a Miho, and Miho's really good against Gwen too. So now we're gonna talk about the ult. You all guys know the ult. The ult is a really good ability for Gwen. It's just insane. Gwen has like one of the best perks in the game. She just has overall her kit is really extremely good overall. She probably is the hero with the best kit as a carry. Her ultimate is the burst ability and it stuns enemies. And the closer the enemies are, the easier it is to hit. It's an ability that can be used defensively and offensively. Oh my god, please don't use your A. I know you're gonna use your A. I think you're dead. Come on. Get away from me. Alright, I think... Oh no, I'm dead. I'm dead. I don't have boots. I'm dead. I knew it. Like I said, I told you guys. There was gonna be a time that Taka was gonna kill me no matter what I did. I have no teamwork, but it's fine. So we already talked about all Gwen's abilities. Now we're gonna talk about always ready and why it's important to have cooldown in Gwen. So all of Gwen's abilities are really good. So being able to spam them to have 20% cooldown is huge. So you can get rid of more blocks, you can spam your A more efficiently, and you can hit your ult. You can have your ults more frequently. But there are some diminishing returns for having this build. The less base weapon power you have, the less effective your abilities are, your A and B. But it really doesn't matter because you're gonna be able to spam this so much and be able to have energy to regenerate energy with the spell sword when you're hitting enemies. That is just huge. It's just huge. So we're gonna talk about why I'm playing Always Ready. So I'm dealing with a CP Black Feather. They have a Miho, they have a Saw, and they have a Jace, and they have a Taka. Their entire comp is just ridiculously, it's just insanely good against me. Oh wow, this Taka came out of nowhere, but it's fine. This is what I was talking about. Their entire comp is just insanely good. So if we play like I will do, or how would a normal one will play with a Sword Blade, I will be doing more damage, but if the enemies overwhelm me, I will die very easily. So it's pointless if I'm not gonna be able to ramp up some damage, because it's very important for Gwen to be able to hit enemies constantly, because that's where her entire synergy with the items and her abilities come from. When you have a Sword Blade and a Poison Shift, that's when Gwen reaches her power spike. She's just so annoying. Anything that she just starts shooting at will eventually die. Or her entire kit goes to nuts as soon as she gets a breaking point. all her abilities, her perk, her A, and her on her C, her ultimate, her shotgun, and her passive perk for the burst of damage. All those abilities have insane synergy with the breaking point. As soon as I get the breaking point, I can just hit whatever. I can spam my A. If Taka tries to get close to me, I can use my ultimate, and they will all just die. It's just insane. So I think I already talked too long for this build, but so let's just talk about the game right now. So let's see where we are. So far I have a spell sword and I have a needle. And why do I get the needle? And the needle is very important because you get 10% passive healing. So having that healing for farming, and specifically you also get the 10% when you're doing damage to enemies. So that makes me a little more tankier. So that's very important. Before going for the bone saw, I like to get the needle for that extra healing. Alright. So I have a spell sword. So I still have it's not a lot of damage. The spell sword is kind of weak for raw damage, but it gives you some base damage and it gives you the cooldown. This is probably the most important thing. So now I have my bone saw. The bone saw is just insane, and this will make me do a lot of damage. So this guys, I'm just gonna start spamming my A. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's really annoying. And that's what I'm going for. I'm not going for to do a lot of damage. Oh wow, that was insane. I'm not expecting to do a lot of damage with my A. I'm just trying to be annoying as much as I can, because I really cannot rely on my enemies. But if I just destroy the entire team, that will help me. That will help me and my teammates have some opportunities to do something. So here they're just getting blasted. Oh wow. I need to be very careful. It looks like we don't have a mid, and that's just insanely terrible when you're playing carry. Wow, look at this. I'm doing like good damage. I'm using the needle. I'm using that 10% healing to heal up. I'm shooting the enemies. I'm shooting the minions. I'm getting that 10% healing. Oh, she's so dead. There we go. Can we kill this guy? We can kill him. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So this is also very important. We don't have a mid. Not having a mid on Vainglory is just, it's just insane. Your entire team gets crippled so hard, especially when you're playing as a jungler or a carry. As you guys know, the job of a mid laner is to make some space for your teammates. Usually mid laners are the heroes that are mages, because mages are like really good zoners. They put traps, they set up damage on certain areas of the map. They prevent enemies to just walking forward. Oh, this guy saw that. Check this out. My cooldowns are so insane that I can just keep spamming my A and he cannot run away from me. So this is the overall thing. It's just playing like what a Gwen would regularly do, but you just have more cooldown and you can be more reckless. This is probably what I would recommend if you're not very good with Gwen, because when you're playing with a Sorrow Blade, you have to be more careful when you're using your abilities, because she just runs out of energy very fast. Alright, like I was saying, so we don't have a mid laner, so that means I'm gonna have to be even more careful. Because we don't have a mid laner, that means we don't have someone to poke or to prevent them from just walking straight towards to us. So I'm gonna have to do that role too. Thankfully I'm Gwen and I have my A with cooldown, so that means I can just spam my abilities to keep enemies away from my teammates. And I'm also a carry, so if an enemy tries to go too deep, I will be able to punish it and get benefited from it. That's basically the whole synergy between a carry and the mid laner. The mid laner pokes, puts burst damage, and the carry just keeps up the constant damage. So if someone tries to get close to the mid laner or to the comp, overall the carry will eventually punish them for doing so. Alright. So it looks like I'm the one who has to do two jobs right here. I'm gonna have to play carry and mage. And I'm doing a really good job. I keep my distance. I'm punishing them really hard. They're just getting away because I'm taking damage. I'm also like, I'm playing mage, carry, and frontline at the same time. I'm the one who's taking the damage. But it's okay, I have the needle. The needle is like helping me stand long team fights. So that's why I like to get it before anything else. So I'm going for the poison shift. The poison shift is gonna help me get rid of their healing. Because having healing in Vainglory is insane. But having more wounds, it's even more brutal. So it's a must-have item. As soon as I get that, I'm probably gonna get a husk, because it's the best defense item in the game. It's an extra life, basically. And then after that, I'm gonna get a breaking point. And the breaking point is gonna be a game changer, because Gwen has her A, so if I keep spamming my A's, I'm gonna burst enemies. If I hit multiple enemies, I do more base damage, enemies do heroes, and I get more stacks. And the more stacks I have, the more damage I deal with everything else. So that's why the breaking point is just insane. That's literally the only build I will recommend for Gwen. Is go Bonesaw, Poison Shift, Breaking Point, and Sword Blade. And for this case, I'm playing Spell Sword for the cooldown. If you're playing against tanks, like really tanky enemies, you can just start with a Bonesaw, Poison Shift, Breaking Point. You get defense, and then you get your Sword Blade. You will not do any damage to tanks having base damage. So if you get the Bonesaw, you will do more damage than having raw damage on tanks. So basically, I will say the only way to play Gwen is basically with this build: the 3 attack speed items and base damage. It's the only way to play Gwen. The only difference that I like to do, the only thing that I change is the Sword Blade, because everything else is a must-have. But I would recommend that if you're not very good with one, I would recommend you try with the Spell Sword, because it just makes it very easy. Alright, let's see where we're going. It looks like my Adagio is not going to help us do anything. We really don't have anyone that he can benefit to attack. Adagio is just a really bad hero against their comp, because they just have a lot of mobility. But it looks like they're going in too hard, and I'm punishing them hard. See, I have the ramping damage. Cruel is also helping me with some good ramping damage, and we were able to kill them. As long as I'm alive, they will not be able to get away with getting into our comp. So we're doing pretty good so far. The only issue I have is that we don't have a mage, and we don't have anything to poke. So if they get all together, I'm just gonna be able to attack one enemy at a time, and that's not really good. But the good thing is that because they're playing 3 assassins, assassins usually like to split away from each other. That means that the chances for them to just stay together are very odd. I would say that we just have to be careful. If we get picked on by the assassins, we eventually will die. So I'm still worried about that, specifically the Miho, because Miho is a hero that can do a lot of damage. But thankfully her build is really bad. And here is Taka. I'm just gonna spam my abilities, and bam, he's dead. I didn't even give him the chance to breathe. Alright, let's go. Who's next? Oh, let's go for this guy. Alright, we kill him. That was a good setup for Gromjaw. And they took a lot of damage. So we still have to be very careful. Even though we have the lead, we still have to be very careful. This is a very common problem in Community Edition. You can have the lead, and you will still take a long ass time to win the game, just because the comp you have is not reliable. In this case, like I say, we don't have a mid laner, we have a Dagio, and his build is not very good either, and he probably doesn't even know how to play a Dagio properly, so that doesn't count as a mid laner, honestly. And he just died, but it's okay. And we also don't have a roamer. I mean, we have Lance, but Lance doesn't even have a fun, which is kind of dumb. Okay, now I'm getting blasted. I'm okay. I'm always in the front line. This is what I was talking about. All right, let's punish this guy. Let's go. Thankfully, thanks for the cooldown. I'm always ready. The name of the build. I'm always ready to have my A when I need it. I don't think I can approach that and try to punish him, but I have to play very carefully. It's a Black Feather. I played Black Feather alone in Community Edition. Wait, what the hell? Whoa, 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 I die. Oh my god, I didn't even know. What? I tried to recall and then I don't know where I just got pulled in. Well, that sucks. Anyways. Good tip. Never recall mid never recall in the middle of the map on a lane, or you will just get killed. I don't even know what happened. I'm gonna have to see the I'm gonna have to check the replay or something. I just completely died out of nowhere. I just got distracted. I was looking at something else and then I look at my screen and then I got pulled in. Anyways, I'm not too worried about that. I'm still doing cool. I think Taka was the one who killed me, but I don't have to worry about it. I'm just still worried that I'm usually the one that is in the front line. I'm usually the oh, that's so toxic. That was really toxic. Wow. What? That was just luck. He was gonna use his ult and I stunned him. Alright. I need that breaking point. As soon as I get that breaking point, it's gonna be the let's go. Check this out. Now that I have the breaking point, come on. Oh my god, look at the damage. Look at this guy. Done. Wow, now I'm ready. Like I said, the breaking point is the game changer for Gwen. Once Gwen gets your breaking point, that's when you have to be extremely careful. If you're playing against the Gwen, you don't want anybody on your team to get attacked by Gwen. Every single shot, every single A, anything that does damage to you or your allies will make Gwen extremely strong. Because all her abilities get better, all her DPS, all her offensive abilities get rewarded for having stacks. So now that I have the breaking point, I can just spam my A, get some stacks, and I will do some good damage right here. Alright, I can just attack this guy, and then if someone else tries to get close to me, I already have some stacks, so I'm gonna be able to overkill them very easily, like this guy. Bam, dead. I got some stacks for Lance. Taka tries to approach me, I have some stacks, I'm doing insane damage to him. Okay, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Oh my fucking god, I swear. This roamer. If Lance doesn't have a fucking fountain, he has a pulse whip. For what? What do you need a pulse whip for? Okay, I just died because Lance didn't have a fountain. But that's fine. Gromcha also put Black Feather in front of me, which was really stupid. We cannot have them on us. We need to keep our distance, especially because we don't have a mage. I cannot go like super aggressive because I'm the one who has to hold the line. At the same time, I have to do the rampage damage. As long as I'm alive, the enemy teams, my teammates will be able to pick on them individually. But if I'm dead, my teammates suck. They will not be able to pick on enemies individually because they don't have someone to slow enemies down or do some damage or cut their healing. Oh, she's dead. Well, my bullets. She destroyed my bullets. Alright, I think they're going for this. Okay, they got it. No, I'm out. Come on. Oh! Yeah, you're not gonna. That doesn't work. Alright, this is exactly what I was talking about. If I'm not holding the line, my teammates will just get picked on by one. So I'm literally the one who's holding this game. That's really annoying. Thankfully, I have a poison shift, so I'm gonna. Oh my god. Okay, this guy is dead. He has a husk. Dead. Oh, Taka's going for that. Oh, let's see if we can kill him. Check this out. I'm gonna use my boots. A. Oh, you're not going anywhere. No, I'm using my A again. You're dead. Ha! I'm telling you guys, having this spell sword is just insane. It's just ridiculous. Alright, let's see what the builds are. Okay, Grumptra is going for what's it called? Shiver Steel. That's meh. That works. Not actually doesn't even work against their comp. They all have like abilities to get rid of sticky situations, if you know what I'm talking about. So that's a big no. I'm just gonna spam that. Alright, no, you're dead. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, now she's dead. She doesn't have enough DPS to. She cannot. Okay, never mind. Hold up. Be careful with this guy. We need to kill him. Attack him. Attack him. Yeah. If Black Feather gets closest to. Okay, now you're next. No, you don't do any damage. Get the fuck away from me. Alright. Like I was gonna say. So it looks like Miho. Her build is trash. She has a Sorrow Blade. She doesn't have a breaking point, which is very important when you're playing Miho. So if she gets close to me, she will do good damage, but I can just out damage her very easily because I'm gonna get some stacks and then I'm gonna kill her. Okay, this guy is here. Okay, let me get some stacks from him. Oh my god, I got pulled in. Oh, that was good. Finally, that was a good impale from Lance. Taka is probably coming here. Okay, never mind. He's too low. I don't want to risk it. Never mind. I'm going back. Black Feather. Black Feather he has a good build. He has a build I use. That's probably like the best build for Community Edition. He has healing. He has mortal wounds. He has exponential damage. But the thing about Black Feather is that Black Feather needs to hit targets a lot. And their carry is Saw. And they don't have a mage either. So that means that Black Feather is the only one with range that can do damage. And he cannot outkill me very easily. He cannot get close to me. He has to poke multiple times for him to do some, to get a certain amount of stacks that is good enough for him to just go into me and kill me like immediately. But I also have stacks. If he misses 1A, or if he hits, he has a certain window where he's like exposed. But I'm playing Gwen, so as long as I'm hitting an enemy, I'm keeping up my damage. Alright, I'm trying to keep my distance. Okay, they're dead. This is it. Come on. Oh, let's go. Just keep going. Come on, guys. Let's go, team. Let's go. Okay, no, never mind. Don't commit to that. Alright, that was a good team fight. They wanted to get me. I was keeping my distance. And while they were trying to like get close to me, my teammates did the rest. That's basically what you do. You don't have to do a lot. In Community Edition, if you know what you have to do, eventually your teammates will do the rest. So I know that for this particular matchup, I'm playing mid and carry. So instead of just going balls deep and doing damage because I'm damage win and shit, I just get my distance and I spam my A's. I use my ultimate on the Saw, and then enemies they kind of like got oh my god, what's the world? Okay, wait, hold up. There's this guy right here. Oh, that was a good impale, but it's not gonna do anything for us. They kind of choked trying to get close to me, so they couldn't find a good window, and then we just picked them one by one. All right, she's dead. Oh, never mind. This guy is dead. Whoa! He buy an Atlas just for me. What a mistake. You're dead. The one guy that was not doing damage, he now does a lot of damage to you. Let's go. Oh my god. GG's. It's exactly what I was telling you. I knew how this was gonna happen. I knew that because I was the one who was doing the more DPS. This guy was gonna try to kill him. And he sacrificed his E for it. To get an Atlas just to get close to me. And what happened? Because he just lost his entire DPS. He got close to me. And then he got set on fire by a Dakion. He just died in 2 seconds. So this is it. This is the build for Always Ready. I think it's a really good build for Community Edition because that extra cooldown will help you even do what a mage is supposed to do. We didn't have a mage, so I was able to play carry and do what a mage is supposed to do at the same time. So yeah, that's it. That's the Always Ready build for Gwen in Community Edition. Thanks for watching.